Every year, the Clark County School District celebrates the joys and the benefits of reading by participating in Nevada Reading Week, typically held the last week in February. This year's theme was Find Your Superpower. Local celebrities, parents, and community members participate by visiting schools and reading books to students. I did that as well. That's me at Laura Deering Elementary School. While reading is emphasized during this week, we know reading is critical year-round when it comes to academic success. Joining me now is Lisa Habighorst, the co-founder and executive director of the nonprofit Spread the Word Nevada, a nonprofit that serves at-risk children, serve all children, but especially at-risk children, by giving them books. That's the purpose.
That is the purpose.
Right, and I just want to acknowledge something here. You have distributed your 5 millionth book. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Let people know, when you say you've distributed that many books, how do you get them to kids?
Well, there's a couple different options.
Okay.
We have 4 main programs. So we do books in the home, so the schools that we adopt and we choose, which are 60 across the state now. The kids get books for their homes to go home and build a home library. Every month they get a new book. So that's our biggest distribution program.
Okay.
We also have a family literacy program where those same kids at the same schools can come in the morning before school or after school, but have to bring mom or dad, some adult figure in the family, so we can teach them how important it is to read together, to model that. A lot of our families didn't grow up with books in their home, so they don't know how the importance nor how to read with their child. So we show them that. So that program is very successful and works well with the families. Then we also have a mentoring program where books go out for the kids when they finish reading with a volunteer one-on-one. They get a half hour a week one-on-one reading. Mostly are struggling readers. Maybe just a kid who needs an adult figure in their life too.
Right.
It might not, maybe an okay reader, but afraid to read or have that self-confidence issue. And then by having a mentor who comes and cares enough about them every week, really opens up their whole world and their self-esteem. So that's another program. And then we have a summer reading program too, which we give out quite a few books in the summer. And again, it's just always to get the books in the home, to keep those resources there for those kids to practice, and become proficient readers, to have a better shot at a better education as they grow older.
Right. I imagine that Nevada Reading Week gives you kind of that platform. I know you do stuff all year long, but it kind of gives you that platform to really emphasize, as you said, parents to take the time.
Yeah.
Is it a matter of parents not having time, or parents not realizing the impact they can have by just having that one-on-one time and reinforcing that reading is just something we should all do? I
think it's a little bit of both, and it depends on the family.
All right.
There's a lot of our families who are struggling to just put food on the table, and parents are working 3 or 4 part-time jobs and just not around, and older brothers and sisters are babysitting. And so that's why we say the kids can bring an older sibling.
Right.
We'll teach that older sibling how important it is to read together. And then there's just, it's the other side of things too, that some parents don't realize how important it is, or we get so busy and our kids, not necessarily our kids, because we really serve the at-risk population more so, but a lot of our kids are putting their faces into video games and
oh my gosh,
not books.
Yes, exactly.
So if we can pull them away from that and get some time on the books, that would be really, really good.
That's certainly a struggle. Oh my gosh, yeah, good luck on that. So 5 million books. I got to go back to how on earth do you get all these books? I'm thinking you must have some great donors. Is that how you get them?
We have some amazing donors, yes, yes. The Valley has been extremely supportive of this program. We were grassroots. We started in the garage of my home and have just built and built and built to this huge warehouse now. So yes, lots of donations. A lot of our more affluent schools doing book drives for their partner schools that maybe don't have those resources, and that they can donate books that they've read once or twice, don't want to read anymore, and give them to a child who does, so he or she can have that opportunity.
Right.
We also have grown to the point where we get books shipped up from California out of Orange County, because we're giving out so many. We give out about 56,000 books a month.
Wow.
During the school year. So it's a huge effort to try to we do book drives, and we love that, and we love when people contribute, but this is, our backup is we buy them out of California from the Goodwill down there.
Okay.
Great deals, and they're very good to us, and we just get them shipped up, and we use that. So that's our backup source for books.
That's wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about this guy over here.
Yes.
I'm going to move this over here. So this is the Reader's Cup. Reader's Cup. So this is something that you kind of work in with Nevada Reading Week. Tell me, someone is going to get this. We don't know who yet because you're still tabulating the results.
We are. Basically, we put it out to all of our schools, high school, middle school, and elementary schools to do book drives for us because we have that great need
So
for
you're asking them
books.
to collect books that they can donate to spread the word, Nevada, so then you can give out more books.
Exactly. And the school that brings in the most gets this beautiful cup that we call it a traveling trophy.
Yes.
And it goes to them for the entire year, and it stays in their bookshelf or their trophy shelf at the school until about the beginning of February, and then we take it back for the month, and then we get it to the new winner. You can see on the side
gosh.
it's about 6 years in running, and Goolsby Elementary's won the last 3 years, and they really want to win it again.
Yeah.
So they are hoping for it back, but you know, we're open to any school taking it that brings in the most books.
Competition's on, people. And you know what? These are some impressive numbers. So just say, so last year, Goolsby collected more than 6,500 books.
Yeah.
And those went to spread the word.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And that went into 6,500 homes. That's amazing.
That is. If you're a parent, you don't know exactly what kind of book to read to your kid. You know, there's the fun little very young books, and then it gets into chapter books. What's your advice to parents?
Listen to your kid.
Say,
Whatever
which
your
one?
kid wants to read, and it's more important that you read something that they're interested in. So if they are into dinosaurs, it doesn't matter if it's a picture book or if it's a chapter book or one with a lot more detail. But it doesn't matter to our kids. They want to read, whether they read it slowly or take their time. They want to read what they're interested in. So really follow your child's lead and find what interests them. That's the most important key to getting them to be readers.
And then what do you say when they say, no, you read it?
You read it.
You read it.
You read it over and over again. We all remember those days with our little ones.
You read it.
And they want to read the same book over and over, and you're like, oh my gosh, I could do it in my sleep.
Yes.
But that repetition is so important, and they get to repeat the words with you, and they know the story. It's a beautiful thing, and it's so important for reading.
Now, I guess it was probably a year or maybe longer. You were just then talking about your expansion into Reno. You're now in Reno. Tell me about that.
We are. We're in 2 schools up in Washoe County. We're really excited about that. We have an office. We have 1.5 staff, 1 full-time, 1 part-time, not really a half a person.
Right.
And
good clarification. Thank you.
They're doing a great job up there. We are in 2 amazing schools up there. The schools are much smaller up there than our schools down here. They have about 500 kids apiece.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice, a little bit less pressure, but we're building our donor base. We're building our volunteer base up there. We had over 65 volunteers come in the month of January to help us get books ready. Book drives are going. It's like starting all over again, because here we're on steroids.
Right.
And up there, we're just starting ground zero. It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, you've been through it before, so you know.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and you've learned what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly.
So you talked about the Reno, but you've also added some schools here. How many schools are you in Southern Nevada or the Clark County School District?
58.
Okay.
58 down here. And we will be, by the end of the school year, we have 2 more scheduled. We have an opening in, I could even tell you,
Oh my gosh.
Gene Ward will be coming on with us in April.
Awesome.
We're very excited about that. And Hollingsworth Elementary will be coming on in May, and they will be sponsored by Zappos.
Okay.
So we expect that to be a big deal.
That is going to be a big deal. I know that you probably always need donations of books or volunteers to help clean them. I've seen that happen several times. So what we'll do is I want to first thank you for coming on and bringing the books and say congratulations to whoever when do they get this in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, they'll get it
whichever school that is?
Yeah, we're still counting. We've gotten most of the books in, but we're still counting. We don't count, we weigh them and we figure it out, but we figure out the totals. So that takes a little bit of time.
All right, wonderful. Lisa, thanks so much for the information, as always.
Thanks for having us.
You betcha. And if you would like, you can learn more about Spread the Word on its website, spreadthewordnevada.org.